Awesome. Next up, please welcome Jordan Gray from HEROES.BUILD.
Let's see. There we go. Yeah, this works. Awesome. Y'all are heroes for showing up, first of all. You made it. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, let's go. So, if you're here, you probably already know what Heroes is, but just in case you don't, Heroes is a bounty platform. It's streamlining bounties end to end, and there are a few key important things that it does that separates it from other bounty systems. And those are highlighted for easy reference. There's escrow. So when you put funds into the system, they're escrowed. It builds trust on both sides. Invoicing is built in, so if you're running a business and you need invoices, all of that is automatic. We have optional KYC. If you're somebody like Foundation and you need to disperse funds only to non-sanctioned countries, then the KYC is important. And it all winds up allowing people to run real businesses using blockchain technology and be tax compliant. That was a lot of words. In less words, we bring together the funders and the hunters. It's a two-sided marketplace, and these are our users. If we're talking product, these are our two personas, is people that have money to do funding, and that could be a DAO, it could be an individual, it could be a regular old corporation, and then the hunters, the people who are available to do work. And if we're talking about these kind of two personas, and we want to focus really on being successful with one of them and making journeys good for one of them, which when you're working on products you have to do, you have to make a choice about what's important. I want to focus on funders and looking at what Heroes does to make things really easy for funders. And don't worry, there's still some call to action for hunters, so you'll have some earning opportunities later. But let's look at funders and what Heroes does to make it great. The big problem for funders or people with money in general is that delegation is hard. And this is not a Web3 problem. This is just a universal problem. It's hard to pass work off to somebody. It requires trust. It requires having your finances in order beforehand. So if you're in a corporation, that means talking to your manager and having funds released so that you can go and do your thing. And then it's always deadlines. Things are too late. It's always too late. So these are just like issues that exist with delegation that we can solve by using systems that are streamlined for allowing people to easily delegate work. So that's what we're trying to solve for funders, is just this whole issue of delegation is gnarly. How do we do that? 4 simple steps. You connect. You've got to have a wallet. That's kind of the first thing in Web3 is you connect your wallet. And then you post a bounty. And then somebody fills the bounty. And then you pay the bounty. And it's that simple. So if we want to go into a little bit more detail and see in the user journey kind of like how that plays out between the hunter and the funder, we got the purses up here, which are the funder, so your DAO or your corporation or whatever. And then the bows represent the hunters. And you create the task. So with this, I always recommend using AI for doing this step, because if you describe your problem to AI and it comes back and it doesn't understand it, then it's really rare that another person is going to understand your problem. So just working with AI to really define your task well. And then there's the claim step. So if creating is kind of like putting out an RFP or saying like, hey, we've got this work that we need somebody to do, when a hunter comes along and claims it, then they're saying, I want to be able to start this work. Then the funder delegates. They say, yes, you're allowed to do this work, after they check them out and are like, your profile is filled out, you're an actual real person, you're not just going to scam me. Then they say, yes, you can go do the work, and that's the delegation step. And then after the work all happens, the hunter submits it, and then the funder verifies it, and then you repeat and repeat and repeat. So once you've gotten this kind of flow down and you're used to doing it with your work, then more and more things start to make sense as doing bounties, and you start thinking more about how to right-size work to get the hunters to be successful at contributing to whatever you're trying to get done. And having all of that in place means that we're able to do things like run all of the official NEARCON bounties through Heroes. And if you want links for any of the slides, just go to linkstack/@heroes, and you don't have to try and remember all the URLs and stuff. Just hit up the link stack. And in addition to the official bounties that are on DevPost, we're also doing a bunch of side bounties with people. Some of those are on Near Social, so that's the long link there in the QR code. And then other ones are with all of the partners. And some of these are partners that we've met here at the conference, and we've already published bounties with them. Some of them are folks we've been talking to forever. Some of them, like Nearweek, is the reason that Heroes even exists, because Nearweek has been used for bounties in the ecosystem for months. So go check out all the bounties. Every time you look at it, there's going to be more bounties. That's the deal. And then all of those are kind of like different use cases. So like Assister is an AI company, and they've got a bounty out where if you get an answer back from the AI, you can post it to Stack Overflow and show that you're like helping make the AI system better. And they get people, the hunters, get paid out bounties for that. With Nearweek, people get paid for submitting news. There's a button and dice game where if you teach somebody a game, teach to earn, you can get a bounty. So there's all these different use cases for how bounties can be used. And that's kind of the go-to-market, is right now we're focused really on near ecosystem, making sure this works for the people who are close to us. And then as we get that right and we've got everything like end-to-end great, then we can expand to be more accepting of like other crypto native projects, and then eventually just take over the whole global freelance market because it's more efficient and better than anything else out there. Numbers go up. And I mentioned Nearweek earlier, and this is really what was the genesis for Heroes. Nearweek on AstroDAO has over 9,000 bounties completed. And that's been happening, like, yeah, so many bounties. And after having that be successful, that was kind of like a proof of concept that it was necessary that something like this could work. Decided to build some software from scratch that actually makes that process streamlined, end-to-end, and there's the built-in kind of marketing use case, like people come to Nearweek for marketing using this bounty system. Nearweek is able to efficiently provide those services. And then we're looking at like kind of the next use cases of like, what do developers need? What do technical teams need? What are the different like personas that we can really make this perfect for end-to-end? And we've got Heroes Build bounties too, so go check those out. There's a lot of different prizes. Kudam put these together. Let's go. Go learn, go earn. Okay, this is the like one more thing moment. Steve Jobs style, like, oh, there are 0 fees for yeah. For the for NEARCON, we have removed fees entirely from the system, so there's no excuses to either put a bounty up or to go hunt a bounty. We're not taking anything. We're just helping people, public good style, get work done in a more efficient way. So no excuses. Go sign up. You just go to Heroes Build Bounties, and you can sign up with either GitHub or an email address, and then you connect your wallet, and then you can go do bounties. If you run into any trouble, we've got a Git book, which kind of goes through the process of how to like make a bounty end to end, and it also has some like facts and things like that in there. So if you get stuck, that's the first place to check. If you're still stuck, hit up our Telegram community where we've got hundreds of people who are on both sides of that equation, the funder-hunter equation, ready to answer any questions or anything that you've got. And if you're really interested in getting a bounty up, something like that, reach out to me. We'll figure it out if you want to just brainstorm what your bounty could look like. Totally happy to do that kind of thing. Grab some calendar time with me. Hit me up on Telegram, wherever, and we'll get it off the ground. And that's it. That's Heroes. Any questions? Grab a shard dog. Like, yeah.